All right, let's get back to work. Guys, what's happening on the television set is genocidal operations. All right. When people are going to war and they're being strategic on who they're killing, they think they're killing the right people, and that anybody on their team that died making a sacrifice for the greater good. Okay. This is how West Point works. This is how the Naval Academy works. This is how the Air Force Academy works. Okay. This is how people that support their local military and law enforcement work. Okay. We're fighting for what is right. We're killing the right people. And when one of ours dies, it was a sacrifice for the greater good. Okay. This is their mentality. This is their mindset. Okay. So when an aggressive child dies, that's not a part of their aggressive movement. It was God cleaning up the bad people, like during the Holocaust. Okay. The Jews were being punished for betraying Jesus Christ, their God. Okay? So it was a good thing at the time it was happening politically, socially, and what they considered religiously. Okay? They deserved it. Like that lady on YouTube, when the tsunami hit Japan, it was God cleaning up the mess because these people weren't of her Christian faith from her perspective. That's how crazy these people are. Now, I don't have to curse people to hell and wish them a slow, painful, disgusting death that don't believe I'm the Messiah. It's by Roundup on the farm where I live. It's already happening. Okay, hell is an active process. You don't come and spray, and when they come here, I tell them, this will stop someday if you just stand up for the Lord's Prayer and believe that I'm the Messiah. Okay, there's stem cell therapies and research that can help you recover. If you just believe I'm the Messiah, tell everybody, let's live the Lord's Prayer and Earl's the Messiah. And the sooner we do this, the quicker this all will stop. Okay, everybody's, why don't you shut up? The sooner people use the technology to spread the Lord's Prayer and that I'm the Messiah, all this murdering will stop. Okay? What would Jesus do? Well, I'll just be quiet and let David Rockefeller, the Temple of Set Illuminati, and the New World Order decide who should live or die through their war, because they're the Aryan race, and they deserve in this great new world, and anybody that died deserves to be remembered as a hero that died for a greater cause on our side, and everybody on their side deserved to die because they weren't worthy of living in our great new world order. How sick are you stupid motherfuckers? Okay, when a person dies from fentanyl, it's because they were targeted through group genocidal warfare of bad science projects that don't want to live the Lord's Prayer because they're addicted to this murderous dopamine rush. Okay. This isn't hard to explain. There might even be dumbasses in a trailer park who think they're more intelligent than me and Jesus is their God and gonna kill me in a magic place in their head after they're dead that's finally understanding what the fuck I'm saying. Is this soaking in? I'm doing that pause moment to, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Okay? If you know I exist and you don't tell anybody I exist and you don't tell anybody that I want to live the Lord's Prayer with him, you're just telling your phone. You're just using it as an incantation to survive genocide because you think that you're part of the right team and you're killing the right people. And if any of your team dies, it's sad, but the sacrifice was made for the greater good. So your team could kill all the rodeo people because the rodeo people are a bunch of redneck bigots. And the gangbangers that are prostituting girls to death are just misunderstood, and they're angry because of angry sexual violence behavior because of their oppression, not because they're just raping, murdering assholes for thousands of years in relativity, right? Oh, trust me. The Aztecs were horrible people, okay? They were disgusting. Okay? La Malinche was a piece of sexual property. Okay. Hernan Cortez's woman that he used to understand what they were saying when they were plotting him against him because they didn't think he spoke the same language or understood the same language. Okay. The Forming of the Cosmic Race, the book that Professor Lavarine used to teach us about sexuality in colonial Spain. Any of you Don Diegos understand Juan Diego better now? Because he's talking to the spirit of me in the future. I had that last night when I made my thing. You referred to the thing with Dolly Parton. You referred to you and Jesus in the first person, like John in the book of Revelation. Yes. Okay. Look, I believe in an eternal spirit of a man, Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. Okay. A man that shares memories with other molecular structures that give us faith in a perfect, omnipotent God, so human beings can't caught in their ego and murder each other through tribal warfare. Okay, that's scientifically lucid and valid. Okay, my religious beliefs are scientifically lucid and valid and can be proved by scientific research and studies through genome sequencing and Wi-Fi connectivity that they use to try to use to manipulate me with people and sexuality and abuse and manipulation. It's everything I believe in makes sense, okay? It's scientifically valid. My religion is based on reality. You cannot make up your own religion, okay? And all my family, when I say, believe in the Lord's Prayer, believe in the eternal spirit of the Messiah that gives us faith in infinite glory of God because it's based off of reality. There's no other possible source or containment. No, they believe in Jesus because he rose people from the dead with his hands. Because he touched a basket and there was 12 pieces of fish and 12 pieces of bread. And next thing you know, there were 5,000 pieces of fishes. He made 5,000 fishes with the with a touch of his hand, and 5,000 loaves of bread. And I said, that's not what happened. He took what the other people gave him, and it was the best they had in town to feed the apostles because they were kissing their ass. And he said, give it to those poor children over there. And then everybody started going and getting what they had and sharing, and everybody ate that night. Now, my family, you're taking all the miracles and the magic out of the Gospels. I said, no, I'm putting them back in because only the devil would touch a basket and recreate 50 fish, 5,000 out of 12 fish magically, okay? Only the devil would say, bring out your sacrificial, your water, your holy water, and I'll turn it into wine. We'll get everybody drunk at the wedding, and they'll open up their purses and give you lots of money so you can have a better life than other people. Personal injury lawyers in El Paso. I got hit by a vehicle and they went in because of this big company and they got me millions of dollars. It was the best call I ever made. Okay, forgive debt and trespass, love one another, and eternal faithful peace. So people aren't driving around in big vehicles killing other people and people getting big amounts of money for it, and then their family going off to Disneyland and celebrating the fact that, hey, dad died in a car crash, but we're multimillionaires now, so we're in the jet set and we can go pay money to decide who keeps us rich and keeps our taxes low in El Paso or Las Cruces. It doesn't matter. There's the same assholes driving down the street thinking they're better than me when they know they're not. Okay, do you understand? Okay, you cannot make up your own religion. You cannot make up stuff that does not happen and isn't scientifically valid and say you believe in it, and that's why you believe in Jesus Christ, and that's why you have faith in God. Okay, you have faith in God because God is omniscient and omnipotent. Okay, you cannot prove that physically. You can't bottle it and put it in a jar and say, this is God, so I believe this is God. You can't, that's not Namor, that's not Wakanda Forever, that's not all that bullshit. Okay. And when the young lady is crying at the end of the movie because they're showing Chadwick Boseman at the end of that propaganda movie, is she crying because Chadwick Boseman is gone and he was the Messiah and he stood up for the Lord's Prayer and no one would listen to him, and now we're mass murdering each other in tribal groups over who manipulates each other by perceiving controlling the money? Okay. And people are dying, sacrificing for the greater cause? Or is she crying because she feels sorry for herself because she's just like Chadwick Boseman, and when she dies, if she dies tomorrow, she'll be remembered as a coward that wouldn't stand up for the Lord's Prayer just like him? Why is she crying? Okay. Like on The Bachelorette, that girl's really attractive. Maybe the kid who won The Bachelorette was dating a girl. He wanted to break up because she was controlling the sex, wouldn't give him sex unless he did everything she wanted. He found out he thought he wanted to have sex with the little girl in The Bachelorette, but she was the same way. She won't give you sex if you don't do everything she wants. They use it as a manipulative, emotional commodity. So he changed his mind at the last minute. And then they sit there and they say, well, he's a really bad guy because he had a criminal record. Maybe he broke into that apartment to get back his stuff because he moved into her place. And then she started taking sex away from him if he didn't comply with everything she said, trying to take away his restrictive movements because she was aggressive and abusive sexually. And that's how she manipulated people. And she thought she was in control of the relationship because she's very physically attractive, but we're going to do everything I want or you don't get sex. How do you know? I don't know. I'm not from NASA and I don't do genome sequencing. I'm just giving you perspectives of what could be going on, even though the media is telling you another thing. Okay, just forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. You shouldn't live a dysfunctional life, living vicariously through people that are more physically appealing than you, that have dysfunctional sex lives because you have a dysfunctional sex life because you want to be something you're not, and they're destroying your sex life because you're not living the Lord's Prayer and enjoying your own privacy and your own romance with not people living vicariously through your dysfunctional sex life. Do you understand? I'm more intelligent than most people. So I hope you're understanding this because I'd like you to help you, reflect intelligence as well as I do, and not like the I believe money's real and will kill over itself that you are right now. All right. Peace out, man.